Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to install the Autometer single gauge pod for the 2015 through 2017 S550 Mustangs. They also have a dual pod, but I just opted for the single pod. It fits like 2 1/16 gauges. So I'll show you the piece real quick. This is it. You can see also they included for the speaker on the A-pillar, for that to go in as well. So pretty nice piece, nice quality. The whole reason I'm doing this is because I have the N gauge in the car, and mine's a 2016 performance pack. So with the performance pack, GT. So with the performance pack, you have the 2 gauges in the center, the oil pressure and the vacuum, and then you have 2 AC vents, where on the non-performance package ones, they don't have those gauges, and it has 3 AC vents. So everybody puts the N gauge like in the center AC vent. So in the summertime I get hot as hell, so I didn't want to put it in my driver's side one, so I opted to put it in the passenger side one. So it was cool there for a while, but you can't really see it from the driver's seat because of the LED screen. So I thought of, what could I do? I could tilt it. I don't know. Either way though, I wanted that extra vent back. So my next option was, let me buy the A-pillar, for the gauge. So that's what I did. Before I did it, I researched making sure that the N gauge should fit in it. So I ended up emailing the actual company that makes them, E-Motion, because all the retailers will say it fits 3 gauge sizes, but they don't say which ones. So E-Motion got back to me. They said it fits 2-inch, 2 5/8, and 3-inch for the AC vents. So I said, oh, okay, perfect. This is 2 1/16, that's 2-inch. I'll be able to get it in there. But one thing I didn't account for was how close this, or how big this is. So it doesn't fit. It's hard to, let's see. So you can see it will never line up because it hits right here. So, I mean, I guess I could cut this, but I don't want to do that. I mean, you could make a cut so it slides in, but I was like, eh. So I didn't know what to do, so I ended up, believe it or not, I'm sure I'll get some criticism for this, but I ended up going to Home Depot, and I bought this guy right here. Basically, it's just a rubber 1.5 by 1 1/4 drain pipe, pretty much, believe it or not. So again, I know some people are going to be like, that looks like shit, blah, blah, blah. I mean, hey, if it does, it does. Basically, this is going to achieve the goal, though, that I want, to be able to put the N gauge on the A-pillar. So this is the one untouched. So then here is the one that I had to modify a little bit. So all I did was I took about 7/16 of this off. You can see. You can see. It's not much, but 7/16 off. And then I had to, I mean, you might have been able to shove this in there, but I didn't want to do it because you could crack the mold. So I sanded this down just a little bit, a few millimeters, nothing crazy. So now it fits in there without wanting to break it, and it's very snug. So it's not going anywhere. So I'll show you this in here. Okay. So here's this in there. Give you a better look. And then here's with the N gauge actually in it. So, be like, and this stuff is just from when I had it in the AC vent. So again, it bulges out, but it kind of is what it is, Not everybody's cup of tea, but this is what I want. So this is how we're gonna do it for now. And I couldn't go any further because it's pretty much just about touching, or it's just about touching. So this is as far, 7/16 was as far as I could cut it down without, running into the same issue I had initially. So that's the game plan. let's now install it. Alright, and just to show you guys, so here's like the performance pack with the gauges. And that's where I had the end gauge sitting. And then here's the factory 8-pillar. Alright, so according to the instructions, they want us to put our fingers behind here, pull towards us. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then pull slightly up. Now we have to be careful because the speaker is still installed. First we're going to take this little tether out. You got to remove this guy and turn it. Okay, so that's one step. There we go. Kind of got caught like on the bottom. So now we're going to disconnect the radio. That's why you got to be careful pulling this or just yanking on it. You can't yank too hard or else you could break this connector right here. And also, in case you didn't notice, this tether right here went in this clip right there. So you just had to turn it one way, pull it out, and then turn it the other way, pull that out. Alright, so next step is going to be remove the speaker. Okay. There's a tab that holds it right there, and a tab. So there's two tabs. There's a tab right here, and a tab right here that holds it in. Let's see. Okay, so you just need to do these two tabs. There is a tab here, but once you release this enough, you can kind of pop it out. So here's the speaker. Now we're going to pop this out. This is the cover for the speaker. It just pops right out from the inside. It's simple. So now this is fully removed, and now we're going to install the speaker and this cover onto the new pillar. So the next step is we're going to take the new speaker, well, the speaker, we're going to put it in so we're going to take the speaker and we're going to move this little bracket to the side real quick. It's just got a little Phillips on it. And then we're going to slide the speaker in place. Just like that. And you want this guy to be right behind here. So push it against there. And obviously when you're doing this, you want to make sure the speaker's, where you're going to put the connector in is facing down. So you can see that. There you go. Tighten the Phillips screw up. There we go. Okay, and then take your little cover that we popped off from the original one. We're going to pop it in. So it goes like this. You got 1, 2, 3, and then 1. So 1, 2, 3. So there's one in the middle. So now, one step I probably should have done before I did this, so I'm going to have to do it now. So I'll probably cut this out just because it will be annoying. But I have my cable ran to here where I used to have the gauge, so I'm going to try to do it without removing this, but I'll probably have to remove that. So I'm going to do a quick cut, and I'll come back once I get the cord up through here to the A-pillar so we can hook it up. One thing I noticed having the two A-pillars right next to each other is they're definitely not identical, the material. So, I mean, not the end of the world for me, but, you know, might be hard to tell in the video, but you can just see there's a lot more like dimples in this one versus this is just flat. Not the biggest deal to me, but you know, somebody might want to know that. That's all. It's a quick update. I had to take it apart because it was going good, and then the cable, of course, got like stuck right around here, and I couldn't get it out. But anyways, that's what you got to do. You just remove that center piece. It all comes out one piece. Just be careful if you have the performance pack, because you got the cable for the gauges right there. But you got to remove that trim piece. Then you can pry out this piece, and then you just remove this guy. And that's how you do it if you want to put the vent in. It's pretty simple. So what I did though is, so I'm going for the A-pillar. I still have it in here. I'll tidy it up once it's all squared away, but basically I just fed it up here, took out these two covers, and I ran it behind everything so it comes straight up here. And obviously I won't need that much cable, but that's just, you know, until I get everything situated. Alright, so next step on the instructions is we're going to start installing it again, but it's hard to get to. I'm trying to show you. But they're just stressing that we really want to get the tab on the bottom of the A-pillar into this clip back here, or else it will not fit properly. So that's our next task right now. So I'm also going to feed the wire through here, through the where I want it, just so that's out of the way too. Okay. And so now, kind of just gonna follow this along. I'm also going to reconnect the wire to my speaker. Okay, now we're going to feed this down ever so slightly. And we also have to hook up, it's hard to see, but the tether back goes into here. It's kind of tough. There it is. Yeah, I don't know. There's a huge gap on the bottom now. Alright, so then I got it in. I also had, the last thing is you put in the supplied screw. It's hard to see. There it is. And I mean, that's it. The only issue I'm having is down here. There's a nice sized gap between the dash and right there. I mean, not the end of the world, but you definitely notice it. And I'm almost positive I'm gonna double confirm, but I'm in that tab, so it's like there's just a gap there. So it's kind of a letdown, but it's what it is. So I confirmed with my bore scope that I'm definitely in that clip. It just kind of happens to be that little gap, which, I mean, again, not the end of the world, but you can see on this side it's flush to the dash. But hey, can't expect it to be perfect. Otherwise than that, it fits pretty damn good. So I'm gonna put the gauge in and see how I like it. Alright, so this is the finished product. Here's me in the driver's seat. Even though I'm just shy of 6 feet tall, I sit really close. I've always done that. But this is what it looks like. I'm pretty happy with it. I agree it sticks out a little further than I wanted it to. But again, until a company comes out with one specifically for the end gauge, this will have to do. Finally tear this guy off. And drive my girlfriend crazy with that. But I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna start it up real quick, take it for a ride around the block, and see if how good it really is. There it is, all installed. I'm pretty happy with it. for what I was trying to achieve. Achieved the goal, and looks really good. Plenty of room. I mean, obviously I'd like it a little further back, but it is what it is. So here we go for a little drive just to make sure everything's good. I get a tiny bit of glare because it's daytime, obviously, but I mean, I can see it fine. There's glare, but I can see it fine, where before, when it was over here, I couldn't see it. There's no way. So let's go down this way real quick. Go left. I'm really happy. That's the way I wanted it. It might distract a little bit, but it's really not noticeable. I mean, we're talking minimal. Nothing I can't see that I need to. So, and then at nighttime, this will be perfect because you won't get any of that sun glare. And then the best part is I get my vents back. I got my vent back. So, we have all the vents. Don't lose that. I really haven't used these at all in so long, because that was the one thing. Like, when you'd run the heat, this whole piece would get so hot. So, not that, probably wasn't causing any issues, but, I'd like to make sure not. Put the radar up. This will be the next project, is hardwiring the radar detector in. This is starting to annoy me myself, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. Figured I'd just share it with people. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people won't, some people just say, like I said before, some people will say that looks like shit. And I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I just like having the functionality of the gauges, and also having the end gauge in the car. And it's really easy to remove. You can just pop it right out, do what you got to do, turn around. Sticks out. It's about 1.5 inches that it sticks out, maybe 1.4 or something, but it's pretty much 1.5 inches. So I know it said it was 3 inches, but you got to remember a lot of that's tucked behind there. So yeah, that's the end result. honestly, it looks like in the video you see a lot of glare, but I mean, there is glare, but I can see it fine. I can see it totally fine, so really happy. Alright guys, check you next time.